kicked her out.
Wow.
Left her in the laundromat and never came back. Ironically, she knew my grandma, saw my grandma, and was living on the streets. And my grandma was asking me, like, whoa, what do you think of taking in this person? I'm like, fuck yeah, I don't give a fuck. Fuck yeah. Nobody deserves at that age to be in the streets. I don't give a fuck who the fuck they are. And luckily we found her help. We found her family. We found a home, because apparently the family didn't want to deal with them, and so we found a home for her, and we frequently go visit her and talk to her, and you know, and she calls me her son, just which makes me kind of tear up inside sometimes, because it's like, I can't believe somebody would fucking do that, you know. And again, we're laughing and we're fucking making fun of this movie, but like Wesley said, those undertones is very, very deep and very dark. Like it's just something you don't do. I don't know. I grew up with that mentality. Like, you don't abandon the people that gave you clothes and that
gave you life,
gave you everything.
Or also, you know,
unless they're assholes, but then, you know, like, bye, bitch. You know?
You deserve this.
Yeah.
Also, like, you know, when you get older, like when you brought up, like, he's describing like the bug that he saw or whatever, and the doctor's like, oh, well, how often do you see these bugs? Or you know, questioning everything that he's saying, like, oh, is he seeing this in his mind?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something also that goes on. Is like, these older people in our lives, they say something and we don't take them seriously. It was like, oh, that's just, you know, she's getting old. She just says crazy stuff, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, that happens in real life too.
So so that's why I think that this works, is that Bruce's character, or Elvis, is like, he's almost finding redemption and having a purpose again. Mm-hmm. Because when you meet him, he's kind of, he's lost his icon status. He's in a coma. He's fucking sick. He's riddled with, you know, his body's not working correctly. He wakes, he's in this haze, you know, from day to day, where he's not even really fully awake, and he just doesn't know what his purpose is anymore. Mm-hmm. And then he figures out him and his buddy figures out that this monster's around, so then he's given something to do, or to at least save, you know, what he thinks is humanity at the end of everything. And so it's pretty interesting when you kind of peel back, you know, the layers, so to speak, of what's really going on in this picture.
Yeah.
I thought that was really fucked up that the daughter threw away his Medal of Honor.
Purple heart.
I was like, what the fuck?
Christ.
And then all those pictures from like when he was in the war.
Because the Purple Heart means that you were injured
in the line of duty. You know, saving someone's bravery, life. Right? Yeah.
So it's like, no respect.
That's something like that you would keep and give to your children and say, this is your grandpa, you know, he saved so and so and got shot and got this.
And then the opening shot is, you know, Elvis wakes up and he looks over to his side, and his bunkmate is dying, and he does nothing. Yeah. And at first I thought that was fucked up, and I was like, oh, he's such an asshole, you know? Bruce is such an asshole. Yeah. But no, I think that was more like, oh, I'd rather him be taken than to be here miserable, doing nothing, you know, like what's on the other, like him letting him go and not calling the nurses, you know what I mean? I don't know, maybe that's me just overthinking stuff, but
giving him the sweet release,
kind of thinking of it back again, because why else, when he saw the daughter, why would he ask for all that stuff, all the pictures, the medal? He was like, oh, it just seems like a shame to have, like, you know, all this stuff that Bull cherished just go away so easily. Yeah, you know what I mean? It seemed like he really cared about the guy, so that's why you just have to kind of, I guess, articulate everything a little more than most people do probably. But yeah, I don't know. I'd give this movie I'd say an 8. An 8.
Nice.
Obviously, I picked it.
Do we have some swan facts?
Yeah, we do.
Swan facts.
All right, so no Elvis music was featured during the movie because licensing would have cost nearly half of the total budget, which is why they do they use like the same little kind of score throughout the entire thing, which kind of feels like a little like older Elvis-y. I'll give it that. Pretty interesting. The majority of the flick was shot in an abandoned veterans hospital outside of Los Angeles. As I said before, this is based on a novella of the same name. One of the characters did not make it into the screen adaptation. She was an old woman who believed she was John Dillinger with a sex change. A prequel entitled Bubba Nosferatu Curse of the She-Vampires has been in the works for a long time. Only 32 prints of the film were made at the time of its release. The director also did a roadshow style tour for the film's opening. So it gained this kind of cult status because it was really hard to even find to watch.
I read that the director like self-distributed at the beginning. That's crazy.
That's crazy. Wow.
It was filmed in 30 days, which is actually a pretty lengthy shot schedule for a film with a smaller budget like this. The book used in the film actually features real literature from H.P. Lovecraft, for any Lovecraftian people out there. With Bruce trapped in the bedroom, he was actually forced to use that same bedpan that he used as a prop in the movie. He
used it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Wait, what? Why?
I guess because he was enclosed with because that room was so small. It obviously doesn't look like it in the film, but I guess with the lighting and all the cameras and stuff,
he couldn't move to go to the bathroom.
Couldn't get out of the room.
He couldn't. He was literally trapped in that corner.
That's too much.
The love for art.
He's an artiste.
He's like, hold on, be right back.
Close your eyes.
JFK and Ossie Davis were actually born in the same year in real life, 1917.
That's pretty.
So maybe he really is?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they died him.
The budget for this was around $1 million.
Yeah.
Before hitting DVD, the film had already carved its little niche in subculture due to amazing reviews and word of mouth. A sequel was supposed to happen in 2007, but Bruce parted ways with the project after a disagreement with Don, the director, over the screenplay. So he actually left so that they could maintain being friends.
Okay.
So I guess he thought if he would stay, they would hate each other afterwards, which is pretty interesting. In 2008, the sequel almost happened with Paul Giamatti and Ron Perlman as the new Elvis. But they couldn't find funding for the project since it had been too long since the first entry. In 2018, which was just last year, IDW Publishing, which is a known comic book company, released a limited-run prequel graphic novel entitled Bubba Ho-TEP and the Cosmic Bloodsuckers. And then this year, get this is pretty interesting. This year is a crossover miniseries happening with Elvis from Bubba Ho-TEP and Ash Williams.
Wow.
Whereas they will be crossing over with Army of Darkness and Bubba Ho-TEP.
Is this for the comic book or?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
nice.
It's another comic book.
That's pretty cool. That's awesome.
Miniseries. And then now we have some of the panel that we promised everyone last episode.
Yeah.
From MONSTERPALOOSA.
Yes.
2019.
Nice.
Bruce Campbell talking about his endeavors in the industry and opinions on stuff and pretty cool stuff. Want to dive in?
Yes.
All right.
Do we have kids here? Ah, crap.
Why?
Then I have to alter my behavior. What was it like working on those movies? Oh, golly, it was hard. Yep, sure as sugar was. What are you doing here, you little brat, anyway? I'm only half kidding. Are you the kid's dad? Yeah, absolutely. Why is that kid here? Have you showed that child the Evil Dead?
Yeah.
Not yet. What have you shown that child? That the kid is here, or the kid goes, my dad's taking me some creepy auditorium. I don't know why. She doesn't know why she's here, right? She loves what? Monsters? You said that like a father who's forcing his child to love them. She loves monsters. Sir, I think you love monsters. Truth be told, I think you're afraid of monsters. And you want your little girl to protect you from those monsters. Right, little girl? Right, little girl? What's your little girl's name? Audra. Audra, what happened to the rest of your name? I'm kidding. That's a good one. Audra, where are you from? She's out of here. She's about 3 seconds from now. She's out of here. Where are you from, Dad? Indiana. But you're here now. Doing what here for 20 years? In Los Angeles, in Pasadena. An actor. A thespian. Oh, you poor bastard. I mean, you poor son of a gun. The kid's giving me the stink eye. That should go away. You can just raise your hand and ask randomness. That, we don't have to, we're not moderated. Great, thank you everyone. Thank you very much. This is awesome, it's making my job easy. When am I coming back? When you ask a question. Huh? Oh, another kid. Why is that kid here? Long-time fan. The kid's like 4. You've been watching since you were 15. Very old. Evil Dead is 40 this year. So, yeah. Yeah, you're not that old. You're not that old. Kid, why are you clapping? You're on a sugar high right now, aren't you? You realize sugar's like meth, right, ma'am? You realize that? Okay. I'm not going to get in a debate about why you've ruined these children's formative years. It's all right. Hey, an actual question. Hello. Yeah. Oh my God, you're so brainwashed. Do you plan on being in any blockbuster films? You know they closed, right? Oh, meaning like big budget. Like a Marvel movie. You know, sir, if I was starring in a Marvel movie, I wouldn't be here right now. I'd be promoting it in Jakarta somewhere. And I'd be watching tennis balls on sticks for 6 months in a studio that's all green. How's that working for you, Mr. Blockbuster? My dinner with Andre is looking pretty good right about now. And you're going, what's that? You know what that is? What? What is it? Andre the Giant. Oh my God. Alright, this whole section is dead. Yes, over here, the horns up in there. That always is a good question. Yeah!
Anyway, I got two questions for you. One, how was it working with Kurt Russell in Escape from LA? And two, when the fuck are you gonna come back and do a